And a very pleasant good afternoon to you from Fond du Lac High School. This is Radio Plus Video Sports. We have coverage here today of the Wildcats of Oshkosh West. They're on the road today taking on the Cardinals of Fond du Lac. This is your Right Way Home Improvements pregame show. Radio Plus Video Sports. We are so glad you're along here this afternoon. And Nick Rush, Colby Brusky, Kerry Longry still working with our camera angle, trying to get you a shot in the outfield. We will do that within moments here, but we are excited to be covering some spring sports. We'll have coverage of some softball games. We'll have coverage of some baseball games for the Wisconsin Flyway Conference and also the Fox Valley Association. And we're excited again here today to be having the Cardinals and the Wildcats of Oshkosh West. The Cardinals dumped over Manitowoc Lincoln yesterday, a final score of 2-1. Manitowoc Lincoln scored one run in the third before Fondy came back and scored one at the top of the fourth and another in the fifth to get that 2-1 win again on this young season. Fond du Lac is 1-1 overall, and they're 1-0 on the road and 0-1 at home. Meanwhile, Oshkosh West, a team that is 2-0. They won a home game and they won an away game. Fondy fell to Campbellsport last week with their opener final score of 9-3. Meanwhile, Oshkosh West, the Wildcats, beat West Allis Hale in a doubleheader played at West Allis, and then 11-3 was the final, and then 12-0 beat West De Pere as well. So I think they had the misprint wrong on the date there, but nonetheless, they're 2-0 on the season. Head coach of the Fond du Lac Cardinals team is Brian Schleif, and for Oshkosh West, it is Timothy Cole, their head coach. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with the starting lineup and the opening pitch. It's Oshkosh West and Fond du Lac for ladies softball on Radio Plus Video Sports.
It's the dawn of a new day for Dr. Kathy Doyle Kelly and Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry.
I'm Dr. Dylan Fogel, and I'm now the new owner of Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry. I'm truly honored to carry forward the tradition of personalized care you've come to know and trust. You'll still see Dr. Kathy and all the familiar faces who make this office feel like home. At Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry, we promise to do everything we can to keep you smiling before, after, and even during your appointment.
Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry will be changing its name to Fogel Family Dentistry in 2026. Find Dr. Dylan Fogel on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac.
Not every great career starts in a classroom. Some start with hard work, hands-on skill, and the drive to build something real. At Musa, we manufacture and install our own custom metal systems right here in Wisconsin. From the shop to the job site, we're building careers in the trades. Build your future with Musa. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com/careers. If it's metal, it's Musa.
Welcome back to Radio Plus Video Sports. We have spring broadcasting on our video platform here today. Fond du Lac Cardinals and the Wildcats of Oshkosh West. Thanks to our great sponsors making the broadcast possible here today. AirTech Heating and Cooling, Fogel Family Dentistry, the Michaels Corporation, Musa Sheet Metal, Right Way Home Improvements, our pregame sponsor. Thanks to Westfalls, thanks to Taco Bell, Silica for your home, and thanks to Lens Truck Center. This broadcast driven by Lens Truck Center and lenstruck.com for more information. Baseball from yesterday, Kettle Moraine Lutheran beat Lemira in non-conference play 24-10. Laconia over CWC 12-1. Plymouth beat Sheboygan Falls on the softball diamond 12-2. And as we mentioned, Fond du Lac over Manitowoc Lincoln 2-1. Omro beat Tri-County 15-0 yesterday. Cambria Friesland over Dodgeland, a final score of 10-0. A bunch of games going on today. We'll break a lot of these games down. The Wisconsin Flyway Conference, Fox Valley Association, they're doing battle as well for softball and for baseball as well. Again here today. Your starting lineups are presented by Silica for your home. Again, thanks to everybody over at Silica for your home, jumping on the spring sports broadcast schedule. Thank you so much again to Silica for your home. We'll start with Oshkosh West and the Wildcats. And leading off for them is number 4, center fielder Colleen Fitzpatrick. Batting second, the pitcher is number 10, Avery Tritt. Leah Lipinski is doing the catching. She bats third. Izzy Kramer is the first baseman. She's in that cleanup spot. Alexia Monroe in the 5th position playing at third base. Skylin Kila is the left fielder, batting in the 6th position. Sam Frank is the second baseman, batting 7th. Lily Peterson is the right fielder, batting 8th. And Marnie Gray is the shortstop, and she bats 9th. Again, the head coach for Oshkosh West and the Wildcats is Mr. Timothy Cole. Now for Brian Schleif's varsity team for the Lady Cardinals. They are led off by the catcher, number 3, Tristan Ernst. Batting in the 2nd position, number 24, center fielder, McKenna Schultes. Batting third is the left fielder, number 5, Lillian Bierschbach. Batting cleanup is the shortstop, number 8, Brian Mentick. The pitcher in the 5th position, number 6, is Mallory Thorpe. The designated player batting 6th is Lexi Pagel. Elaine Fink is the right fielder batting 4th. Maddie Gao is the first baseman. Number 9 batting 8th. Ava Martinez batting 9th, the second baseman. And Sophia De Leon is the flex, and she plays at third base. Ava Hobson, Saren Sabel, Autumn Klebs, and Alyssa Henke also round out the lineup for the Cardinals of Fond du Lac. Taking a look at Fondy, they do return some. 8 all-conference starters from a season ago. Junior Lillian Bierschbach, first-team Fox Valley Association infielder, and batted pretty good at .509 in Fox Valley Association play last year. Senior, number 6, Mallory Thorpe, comes back on the first team, FVA as the utilities, and this year's projected one of the top players for the squad there. Maddie Gao, first-team Fox Valley Association as flex, last year a junior. Tristan Ernst, second-team Fox Valley Association. Number 3, a senior. Brianna Mentick, honorable mention in the FVA last year. McKenna Schultes, honorable mention in the FVA last year as well. Take a timeout for the national anthem. Back after this. When we first began with high school sports and video streaming, it was a camera or two. It's grown to multiple cameras, multiple angles, a switcher operator, a couple of announcers, on-field shots, and really we do all this to enhance the viewership.
But the larger scale production, we just have more options, more camera shots, more quality, with our interviews during the game, post-game, and pre-game, really bring a great product to families that are watching at home or watching after the fact.
Students have families in different communities, different states, even different countries. All those people are able to watch our broadcast and see their family performing at a really high level.
We like to think of it as not just being there for a game, but really enhancing the community involvement with this, and that's what it's about.
Hey, Devontae.
Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito and a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please.
You have a golf course in your house?
I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro.
Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Cheaters don't get chicken.
Huh?
Cheaters get no chicken.
I won't give him any.
Again, thanks to Right Way Home Improvements. They sponsor our pregame show, Radio Plus Video Sports. Thanks to Silica for your home. They sponsor the starting lineups and your opening lineups between West and Fondy here this afternoon. Again, appreciate Silica for your home. Also, special thanks to Taco Bell, Right Way Home Improvement, West Falls, Musa Sheet Metal, Michaels Corporation, Fogel Family Dentistry, AirTech Heating and Cooling, and thanks to Lens Truck Center as they help drive our broadcast here this afternoon. Nick Rush, Colby Brusky, Carrie Longree set to bring you the action here today. We've got outfield camera set up. We've got a camera we're working with behind home plate as well here today. So got some angles that we're a little bit challenged with here at the softball complex. And we had one set up, and we're told we had to move just a touch, and we're trying to be best accommodating and still cover the broadcast and cover some different angles here at the softball complex here. But again, what we have is the home plate camera there. Still working with shooting through our fence angles here. That will be adjusted as we go along here. But the pitcher, again, is Mallory Thorpe, number 6. She's also batting in the 5th position. Leading off is Colleen Fitzpatrick, number 4, left-handed batter. And we are set to get things underway here. Opening pitch time. Let's take a look here, Colby. 5:04. First pitch is going to miss inside a ball. 1-0. Again, 5:04 with that opening pitch time. About, 40 degrees, maybe 41. Not all that warm. Infield creeps in and takes a look at ball number 2. It is 2-0. Again, Fitzpatrick back in the box here for the white and blue. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Thorpe. That's going to miss down low, a ball, and it's 3-0 on the leadoff hitter. Avery Tritt is next, number 10 in the leadoff circle for Oshkosh West and the Wildcats. Talk a little bit about Oshkosh West. Again, they're 2-0. A couple of lopsided wins. Here's the strike. First offering for a strike by Thorpe in there. Again, they're 2-0. Beat West Dallas Hale and West De Pere earlier this season. Haven't played in a while. Had last week off, of course, with the break there. Here's the pitch, and that is going to be in there and evens the count at, brings it up, I should say, to 3 balls and 2 strikes. So it's 3-0, and now she's coming with a couple of consecutive strikes. Again, for Thorpe. Leans in, infield creeps in, and that's going to miss down low, a ball, and she will trot down to first base with a leadoff walk. And Fitzpatrick finds her way to first, brings up Avery Tritt, the second batter. She's the pitcher, and Lipinski is waiting on deck. Leah Lipinski as well, number 17. Tritt comes in, and tall player there. Wants some time here. And in the FVA, last year, 7-11-1. There's a chopper foul right past Cole down there at third base. But 10-17-1, their overall record last year. Previous year, 19-10. Previous to that, so 3 years ago, 28-5. 17-3 in the conference. Pretty good year for West. Here's the wind and the pitch from Thorpe on the 0-1 delivery. Runners going, chucks it down to second base, and she's in there with a sliding steal is Fitzpatrick. So again, the catcher is Ernst, and it was off the mark down to second base. Runner was going right away, and the Wildcats have a runner in scoring position. Nobody out as Fitzpatrick again reached on the walk. Tritt awaits the wind and the pitch from Thorpe. And here it is, swinging and a miss. Or foul ball, I should say. Correction, foul ball. Pops away from the catcher for a moment there. She's going to step back into the batter's box here. Do not have anybody calling on the line here. Here's the wind from Thorpe and the pitch, 0-2 offering, and she just missed outside. Going to be 1-2. 1-2 again. Fitzpatrick takes her lead from second base after the release of the ball. There she goes, and there's a fly ball to center field and deep, and that's going to bounce over the fence, and that's gone. That's a home run to dead center field, over the top of the fence, hit the top, bounced over for a home run, and she's going to come trotting around as Tritt delivers a bomb to center field. Center fielder was going back. Schultes out there in center field was going back, ran out of real estate. It bounced over the top and fell off the fence to the back for a home run. And it is 2-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Digging in now is Leah Lipinski. Here's the wind and the pitch, and that's going to be inside, just misses that inside edge of the plate. It's 1-0. For 22, Izzy Kramer. Due up next, there's the wind from Thorpe, Mallory Thorpe. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up in the infield. Shortstop calling for it. That's Gray, and she'll haul it in. It's going to be for the first out of the inning. And mark that down as first put out. Kramer now will step into the box. Thorpe. Here comes the wind from the rubber and the pitch. That'll be in there at the knees for strike one. First time that she's got ahead in a count. Thorpe here will dig back in. Here comes the wind and the pitch, and she's ahead of it. 0-2 as Kramer missed down low. Monroe. Next, here comes 0-2. Thorpe is ahead, looks for one here, and that is driven out to center field and a base hit. Getting it in quickly is Schultes on her cutoff, and Kramer is aboard with a one-out single. Brings up Monroe, who plays down at third base for the Wildcats. And Alexia Monroe also does some pitching as well. Junior. Avery Tritt is the other pitcher as well for Wildcats. 0-1 offering. That will be in there for a strike, and it's jumping up now 0-2. And Kramer is at first. 2-0 off of a Tritt two-run bomb. Comes Mon. Pitch, and that's going to be fouled at the backstop. And it is 0-2. Thanks to our great sponsors making the broadcast possible here today. AirTech, Fogel Family Dentistry, Michaels, Musa Sheet Metal, and more. Here's the wind from Thorpe and the pitch. That's in there at the knees for a called strike three. A backwards K goes in the book, and that'll bring up Skylin Quella. And there is two away. So Skylin Quella comes in. Where's number 5, and she plays out in left field. Sam Frank is due up next for the Wildcats. Here comes the offering from Thorpe on the 2-out pitch. That's down low and fires it back to first base, and runner is back quickly. Ernst fired it down to Gow at first. Two outs. 0-1 offering from Thorpe. The wind and the pitch. That's going to be in there right at the belt line. And she's jumping up here, tying up the count at 1 apiece. 1-1. Again, Cardinals playing their second game in as many days. Got a road win yesterday. Swinging strike, and that's going to be 1-2 on the off speed. Again, for the Cardinals, down 1-0 yesterday, and then came back and scored 2 times, come from behind fashion to get the win, and that is just missing. Evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, we're adjusting our second camera angle here to try to get you a different shot as well. And first spring broadcast of the year for this crew. There's a swinging drive out to center, right at the center fielder. And Schultes will bring it in. Maybe moved a half a step. Popped up, and they leave 1 runner on base. So we'll go F8 on the put out there. They had, let's see, 2 hits in the inning. They leave 1 on. It is 2-0 West Fondy coming to bat right after this. Radio Plus Video Sports. Kaukauna won the Fox Valley Association Softball Conference a season ago, a perfect 16-0 in the conference and 28-0 on the season. Runs for 146 in conference play. Only 5 runs against last year. Pretty incredible. That's an impressive stat. I don't care who you are. Neenah, second to the conference last year. Kimberly, Fondy finished in 4th at 10-6 season. Tristan Ernst is set to lead things off against Avery Tritt, the pitcher for West, and throwing some gas in there and missing with the ball. A little bit high there. It is 1-0. So Ernst, Schultes, and Bierschbach for Cardinals, beginning their half of the inning. 2-0 for Ernst. Got speed if you can get her on. Again, she is the catcher as well, and has got some power too. Comes the hurler, and that's going to miss outside, a little bit high as well. Again, Ernst, second team FVA from a season ago, a senior this year. Hitters count 3-0. Here it comes. That's going to come in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Another hitter's pitch here. Fondy projected to finish toward the top of the Fox Valley Association. That's going to miss down a low ball, and Ernst taking a trot down to first base. It's difficult with the cold as well. Hovering again around the 40-degree mark right now. So you just want to limit, your pitches if you can in this cold condition. Schultes now steps in, pulls back the bunt. That'll fire the backstop. You probably heard the clank right there. We actually have a wireless mic hooked into that fence as well to catch a little action over there and some audio there for you. And misses for a ball. It's 1-1. Again, Ernst will take her lead after the pitch is released from first base. Ernst from first. Here it comes, swinging and a chopper up along third and foul. Third baseman over there is Alexia Monroe. It's quick on her feet to try to escort that one back in. 1-2 against Schultes. Again, the pitcher is Avery Tritt, number 10, gets her sign from her armband. Swinging strike 3, and Schultes goes down swinging and leaves the runner at first. Bringing up now is Lillian Bierschbach, number 5, for the Cardinals, playing out in left field today. Again, thanks for joining us here on a sun-splashed Tuesday, but brisk. That one's going to go to the backstop there, and Ernst going to take off on the wild pitch down to second base. And the Cardinals have a runner in scoring position. Bierschbach lets ball 1 go by. 1 out against the Cardinals here. And here comes the pitch, and it's a healthy leadoff by Ernst. Bierschbach watches strike 1 go by for an even count at a ball and a strike. Tritt got the sign that she wants, looks inside. Here comes the wind and the pitch, and that's going to hit the plate for a strike. Bierschbach at 1-2 now. as Tritt working ahead for the Wildcats. Ernst will take her lead at the release. There it is from second, and a fire. Now looks her back, goes to one, and across the diamond, she's in there. It's a good base running by Ernst. So again, we'll go 5-3 on the putout on Bierschbach, but she does get the runner over to third base. So again, down at third base, Monroe looked her back. Monroe fired to first. When Ernst saw Monroe threw it, then she took off her third right away, and she got there. Mentink is the shortstop, and she'll stand in there. Here's the pitch, and that's comebacker right to the mound, and they go 1-3 on the putout for Mentink. So Fondy gets the runner aboard with the walk, but they leave her stranded at third. At the end of one complete, Oshkosh West leads Fondy 2-0 on your scoreboard. Back right after this. Both teams start with a walk. Fitzpatrick walks for West, and Ernst walks for Fondy. West does get Fitzpatrick and Tritt in their top of inning number 1. Fondy does not score in the bottom of the first. So we go to the top of inning number 2, and it is 2-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Frank, Peterson, Gray due up now for the Wildcats. Thanks to Fogel Family Dentistry, thanks to the Michaels Corporation, Musa Sheet Metal, Westfall's Printing and Graphics, great job there, Jeff Westfall and Company, Taco Bell, thanks to Silica for your home, and they sponsor our broadcast again here tonight. We have a camera angle set up there down the third base line for folks. There we go. Got Carrie Longry over there working on that camera angle. So Thorpe is going to dig back in. And Sam Frank will lead off the top of the second inning, and that'll be in there for a strike at the knees. 0-1 is your count. Again, pretty successful season last year for the Cardinals. That one's going to be down a little bit low there. Fondy, a difficult schedule. Well, night in, night out, right? The Fox Valley Association is always difficult, but Fondy's got some tough competition non-conference-wise as well. There's a strike in there. And what do we got? 1-2? Yep, 1-2 on the count there. On Frank. Peterson due next. Fondy has the aforementioned at Kaukauna on Thursday. It's at Kaukauna High School on the road there, so a tough customer there. Misses, evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Frank. They do play some tough non-conference games. They play Laconia, non-conference. Play at Beaver Dam, non-conference. Notre Dame Academy. Hartford, got a road game at Bayport, and that's strike 3 looking. So Frank will go down with a backwards K in the book there. And they played Campbellsport again in the first game of the season. Kind of a tune-up, right, to the Fox Valley Association Conference opener, which is today. And here is Peterson now, number 24, will stand in. 8-batter in the lineup, and that's going to be in there for a strike. So since she gave up that 2-run shot, Thorpe has settled in, retiring 4 out of the last 5 batters. Infield creeps up, and there's a comebacker right to the circle. Fires to first. 1-3 on the putout. And Gray will come up. Fitzpatrick, top of the lineup, is due next. Marty Gray is number 8, and she plays at shortstop. Getting some instruction from head coach Cole over there at third base. And got 2 outs here. And Gray will come and wait for it. And that's going to be to the third baseman. Picks up, fires across, and a 5-3 putout of Sophia Delian across the diamond there. Goes to Gao. 5-3 in the book, and they go 3 up and 3 down, and the bottom of second on the way next. Radio Plus Video Sports.
It's the dawn of a new day for Dr. Kathy Doyle Kelly and Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry.
I'm Dr. Dylan Fogel, and I'm now the new owner of Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry. I'm truly honored to carry forward the tradition of personalized care you've come to know and trust. You'll still see Dr. Kathy and all the familiar faces who make this office feel like home. At Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry, we promise to do everything we can to keep you smiling before, after, and even during your appointment.
Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry will be changing its name to Fogel Family Dentistry in 2026. Find Dr. Dylan Fogel on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac.
Mallory Thorpe is the pitcher, and she's the batter due up to start the bottom half, inning number 2. And Thorpe, of course, first team Fox Valley Association utility. This year's projected number 1 pitcher. She batted about 400 last year, did Mallory Thorpe, the senior for the Fondy Cardinals. And she is standing in the batter's box right now. Again, Avery Tritt, number 10, still working in the circle here for West. Here comes the wind and the pitch, and that will just miss low. And it's 1-0. Thorpe spies one in, and here it is. That one will connect for a strike. It's even at a ball and a strike. A chilly day here. Other chopper back to the circle. 1-3, another putout. Second consecutive time that's happened. So Fondy's getting some good barrel on it, just getting it right back up the middle. And Lexi Poggle set to step in now with one away. But, Appleton North and Appleton East tonight. They're doing battle in the Fox Valley Association. Boys Baseball West and Fond du Lac. They're playing, of course, over at Baseball Diamond behind Woodworth. Complex there with turf. Very, very nice complex there. 2-0. Count there. Got Kaukauna and Appleton East, Appleton West and Appleton North, Kimberly and Oshkosh North. That's a good one there in the FVA tonight. A chilly, cold Tuesday eve. Here's the wind, the pitch, and now that'll go to the second baseman. Bobbles for a moment, and she's safe. West maybe a little cold finger by Frank over there, and couldn't come up with that that play. That'll be an E4 on the reach. And that will put Fink in the batter's box now, the right fielder. So E4 puts a runner at first. We'll see what Poggle will do, if she will take off with it. That one's going to be a diving stop by the shortstop. She doesn't have a play, but again, a great stop by West's shortstop, number 8, Marty Gray. Dove for it, but Fondy has got a couple of runners on. We'll credit Fink with a single. So Poggle at second, Fink at first for Gao. Maddie Gao, left-handed batter, the first baseman, is in waiting. That will be low for a ball. Again, there's one out here in the bottom half of inning number 2. 2-0 West. They scored 2 in the top of the first. Here's the dead ball, and that hit her. And she'll take a trot down to first base. So hit by a pitch. That'll load him up. So Poggle from third, Fink from second, Gao from first, Martinez is the batter. They want to get to the top of the lineup. Here's the pitch, and that's a swinging foul ball. Martinez chops one to the backstop here. Got 0-1 as she will jump ahead. West in a little bit of trouble here as Tritt will have to dig in. Here it comes. That will be in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 on the 9 batter. Top of the lineup, up next for the Cardinals. It is a bases full of Cardinals here. Again, a foul ball. We'll do it over at 0-2. Tritt taking a breather, stepping out of the circle for a moment. And Martinez will dig back in. Here's the wind and the pitch, and that will go to third. They're going to go home with it. They got her on a 3-1 putout. Did they get a double play? No. Wow, good play. Martinez reaches on that, but correction on the call. 5-2 on the putout there. Ernst will come in, so they save a run from getting, but still the bases are loaded for now. Ernst at the top of the lineup. She reached on a base on balls last time up. And there's a chopper again. This to the third baseman again. Firing to first and in time. Good job by Alexia Monroe. Really did a good job at third base on the last 2 outs. Had a 5-2 putout, now a 5-3 putout. And the Cardinals, bases full of birds, but nobody scores. Back right after this. Radio Plus Video Sports.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
4.
Hey, Devontae.
Let me get a cantina chicken burrito and a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please.
You have a golf course in your house?
I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro.
Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Cheaters don't get chicken.
Huh?
Cheaters get no chicken.
I won't give him any.
So the Cardinals get their leadoff runner to ground out, but the second batter in the inning reaches on an error, then Fink with a single, then Gao with a hit by pitch. It's only 1 out, but then Martinez retired, or on the fielder's choice to reach, but they got Pago at home. Ernst on the putout 5-3, and we've got still a 2-0 score on your scoreboard. Got Colleen Fitzpatrick leading off the top of inning number 3. Here's the wind and the pitch by Thorpe, and that will be in there for a strike. Thorpe taking a look at her armband there. It's 0-1. Fitzpatrick, here comes the offering. And it's going to be to the first baseman. Gao will step right on it, and we've got 1 away. Unassisted there. Tritt due up now. She had that big 2-run bomb in the top half of inning number 1. That one was hit well. However, the wind was blowing out as well. As we can see the flag flying there too. Got to be careful with this batter. Again, wind was flying out there. It bounced on the top of the fence and fell over the fence for a home run. And 1-0 on Tritt. Got to be careful here. Thorpe will dig right in, and there's another high fly ball. This is to left field. Underneath it is the left fielder who hauls it in for the Cardinals. Great job by Lillian Bierschbach out there on left. And that one was struck well. Didn't get as much on it as the first time, and wind was blowing out. That one, as it left the bat, you thought, oh, got a chance as well, but we'll go the put out there. Lipinski will dig in now, and she grounded out to or popped out to the shortstop last time up. And that one's going to miss. And it's 1-0. Another camera angle here for you along that third base line. And here comes the windup and the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike. Evens it up at 1 ball. and 1 strike. Again, Fondy and Oshkosh West here on the Fox Valley Association opener. Here comes the windup in the pitch. And check swing. Did she go? No. Two and 1. Comes a windup in the pitch, and that one's going to be a jam job. Got it to the third baseman, and that is it. And they go in order, do the Wildcats. Back right after this, it is still 2-0 in favor of Oshkosh West. Radio Plus Video Sports.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
AirTech delivers whatever it takes service to take care of you. Bryant and AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac.
Schultes is due up here for the Cardinals. Schultes, Bierschbach, and Mentink. Cardinals trying to get something going. It's not like they haven't gotten any runners on. They gotten runners on in each of the first 2 innings, just haven't been able to cash in as of yet, right? Got a bunch of games going on. Got coverage of Laconia and Lamira today. North Fond du Lac and Oakfield, a co-op there. In baseball, they are playing against Waupun tonight. Got Cambridge and Waupun. That game is also on our Radio Plus video channel today as well. Here comes the pitch. Warm-up fire down there. Good strong arm. Watching this pitcher. She does it all for West. And a good player is Tritt. And that bomb and pitcher, and again does it all for the Cardinals. Is McKenna Schultes. Schultes struck out her first time up back in the first inning and does not let that happen again. That's going to drop into the center fielder's glove. Thought she was playing a little bit deeper. Fitzpatrick out there in center, but hauls it in. Number 8 does. First pitch, 1 out. That's going to bring up Bierschbach, who grounded out to the third baseman last time up on a 5-3 putout. Mentink is due up next. So again, Bierschbach in there, left fielder, and swinging strike 1 as she gets ahead. Does Tritt 0-1. On the count there. Here comes the windup and the pitch. That one's going to miss down low, a ball. 1-1. So we got, let's see, West at 2-0, Nina 1-0, Fondy 1-1, Appleton West at 0-1 so far. Stats reported. That's going to be a pop fly to the right fielder. And she hauls it in for the second out of the inning. That's Lily Peterson out there in right field. Right fielder calls her off there. Got a put out there, and Mentink will come in. She went up the middle last time to the pitcher for a 1-3 putout. So here comes the windup and the pitch, and that's going to be another fly ball. That one's going to drop in there over the second baseman's head. So again, out in right field, Peterson was playing deep. Frank couldn't get to it in time. And that'll bring up Mallory Thorpe. So we'll go Mentink with a single out there. Cardinals have a base runner aboard with 2 outs in the bottom half, inning number 3. So the windup in the pitch, and that one's going to go again to the same spot and the same result. And that will put Thorpe on first. Mentink doing some good running with 2 outs, gets to third. That will bring up Lexi Poggle. Poggle, number 11. And she reached on an error to the second baseman. So same spot, same result, back-to-back by Mentink and Thorpe. Thorpe from first. Here's the pitch. That one's going to jam her, and it's right to the second baseman. This time doesn't get over her head. There you go, as Frank will haul it in on the putout. Cardinals get a couple of runners aboard again, but fail to cash in at the end of 3 complete, 2-0 West. Back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports.
At Radio Plus, we're proud to bring you stream team coverage of local sporting events. Our team is dedicated to providing live coverage from across Wisconsin, supporting the local teams and communities we know and love. What began as a one-person operation with play-by-play on radio has grown into a 5 or 6-person production. Keeping pace with the latest technology, equipment, and personnel is not only demanding, but costly. If you'd like to support this broadcast as a sponsor or a donor in any way, please log on radioplusinfo.com.
So the Cardinals, first 2 batters of the inning, go 1-2, and then Mentink with a single, Thorpe with a single, runners at the corners. But Poggle will pop out to the second baseman to end the inning, and got a 2-0 ball game. Again, all these runs came at the top half of inning number 1. And due up this inning is going to be Kramer, Monroe, and Keela for the Wildcats. We've actually got our mobile broadcast trailer set up here, and we going back and forth with head coach Schleif for the Cardinals a little bit and talking about the press box and how we can cover the game for the team. And said it's a little tight in the press box. So I said, we'll back in our mobile trailer, mobile broadcast unit. And we take to the fair and Walleye Weekend and see it in the parades. We're actually broadcasting, working out nice from this setup here. Here's the wind and the pitch, and that's going to be drilled out to left field, over the left fielder's head, all the way to the wall is going to be Kramer, the cleanup batter, digging her way into second, and she's there with a sliding double. That's going to be Izzy Kramer aboard second. It was drilled over Bierschbach out in left field, all the way to the wall. That's going to bring up Alexia Monroe, who struck out looking her last time out. And runner at second base. Comes a wind from Thorpe. And that's going to drop in for a single, and that's going to bring in a runner. They're going to try to get her at home. Cut off by the catcher. Cut off by Ernst. And gets it back to Thorpe, and Monroe will drill it for a RBI double. And it's 3-0 West. Skylin Keela is in there now. She popped out to the center fielder last time up. Here's the wind and the pitch, and that one's going to get through, and she's getting a wave home, and they're going to cut it off. And she's aboard with a double as well. So the doubles train is hitting as Keela brings in a runner, and it's 4-0 West. Keela with a double. So Kramer with a double scores. Monroe hit her in. Keela with a double. Monroe scores, brings her in for Sam Frank now. Still nobody out, 4-0. The wind, the pitch from Thorpe, infield creeps in, and that's going to be a pop fly. That's going to get over the second baseman's head in front of the right fielder. They cut second on it. Runners at the corners now for West. So Keela over to third. Frank over at first. Heard Coach Cole talking about for West that drop step, and that's the most important step when you're looking to catch one right over your head. You drop step back. You find it right away. And that was one of the same spots that West hit, or Fondy hit, I should say, in that last inning. And this time West takes it. But Peterson is batting now. And the Wildcats have gotten to Thorpe a little bit and jumping on her early in this inning. 1-2 pitches, and they hit it. The last 3 batters have gone one and done. And they found the pitch that they liked right up the chute, and they went to left field or dropped one in there to center field, right field, using the entire field now. 1-1, here's the offering by Thorpe, and that's going to miss high a ball. Peterson is 2-1. Frank is at second. Keela at third. Peterson is the batter with a chance to do some more damage here with nobody out and really open this thing up for West. So Wine and the pitch from Thorpe, and that's going to be popped over the top of the trailer here. Better look out, Colby. Yeah, right. So we back the trailer in. We are sitting right on this first base line. And if you get a foul ball right, that thing's going to come shooting in here, number one. Or number two, it's going to hit the window on top of the trailer. I think we got insurance on this thing. Is that right? You upped the policy before the game? You didn't, huh? Well, don't tell the corner office that. Get scolded where we parked this thing. Here comes the Wine and the pitch, and that's going to be a called strike three. Peterson goes down looking at a good pitch by Thorpe. That'll bring in Marnie Gray, the ninth batter. Fitzpatrick is the top of the order. She is due next. Runners at second and third for the Wildcats in their blue and white uniforms. Here comes Thorpe. Toe the rubber, and here comes the pitch in the offering. That's going to miss outside a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Brewers in Boston, they played tonight, right? Crew, exciting win last night. And how about Wilson Contreras, right? You saw him in Chicago, saw him in St. Louis, and see him in Boston now. Here's the Wine to the pitch. That's going to be popped up to the infielder. And bringing it in for the second out of the inning is Ava Martinez. And there's 2 away. So keeps the runners at second and third. That's a big out right there. A big out right there for the Cardinals, but brings up dangerous Colleen Fitzpatrick, who is the leadoff hitter. And ever so more dangerous Tritt waiting on deck here for the Wildcats. Here comes the windup and the pitch. And that's going to miss just outside. A little bit high there, too. 1-0. Unassisted to the first baseman last time up. Got base on balls first time up as well. That's going to miss 2. And, you want to get this out right here if you're Fond du Lac. And runners at second and third. A dangerous possibility of putting 2 more on the scoreboard with a hit because Cole will send some speed. Swinging strike. It'll be a tip there, 2-1. And 2-1, 2 out here on a chilly Tuesday afternoon. Here comes the Wine from Thorpe and the pitch. That will be in there for a strike. And Fitzpatrick watches that one go, and it's even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thorpe was ahead 2-0, and she's come back with 2 consecutive strikes. And here comes the wind. Pitch. That one's going to be trouble, and that's going to fall in for a hit. And here comes Cole waving her around on second base with a sliding double is the leadoff batter in Fitzpatrick. So she knocks 2 in. Frank comes in. Keela comes in. Avery Tritt, who had that bomb in the first inning, she is batting now. Fitzpatrick again at second with that 2 RBI double. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning, but not before West will tack on 4 in this top half of inning number 4. Kramer scores, Monroe scores, Keela scores, and Frank scores. Good 2 out RBI double by Fitzpatrick. 6-0 West. Back right after this.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
AirTech delivers whatever it takes service to take care of you. Bryant and AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac.
Good 2-strike hitting by Colleen Fitzpatrick in the top of the 4th inning. It was an outside pitch, and instead of trying to get all of it, she just took it out to left field. And it scored 2 runs. A great piece of hitting by her. Brings in 2. Again, West leads 6-0, and the Cardinals, Fink is due up now. So we got Fink, Gao, and Martinez. Then the top of the order, Cardinals. Cardinals trying to get something going here in their half of inning number 4. Again, AirTech Heating and Cooling. We'd be on the cooling side of things today. Fogel Family Dentistry, the Michaels Corporation, Musa Sheet Metal, Right Way Home Improvements, West Falls, Taco Bell, Silica for your home, and today's broadcast is driven by Lenz Truck Center. Got a 1-0 count there for Fink. Fink will drive one right to the center fielder. Hit it hard, hit it right on the barrel, but right at the center fielder. Hauls it in, Fitzpatrick. Out number 1. That will bring up Matty Gao. Plays at first base. So Fondy's had their chances here, just haven't been able to cash things in. And, wow, bringing gas is Avery Tritt. Gao will watch one go by. The count is 0-1 on the Cardinals' first baseman. And there's going to be a line drive. That one is directly to the third baseman. Monroe puts it away for the second out of the inning on the putout. And Martinez due up now. And here comes Martinez. Will swing and drill one to the backstop. You can hear the thump of the microphone down there. And it's 0-1 quickly on Martinez. Top of the lineup, top of the order, Tristan Ernst due up here for the Cardinals. Martinez will look at one, and she's out ahead for no balls and 2 strikes. Again, Brian Schleif is the head coach of the Cardinals. And here comes the offering. And the pitch, that one is fouled up along the first base line. And head coach Cole calling out some assignments here for the Wildcats. Defensively. So again, Oshkosh West, team that finished 7-11-1 a season ago, but had some high hopes, some high aspirations this year. Fond du Lac does as well. These 2 teams maybe toward the top of the Fox Valley Association. Pegged a good matchup here today. There's a grounder on a 1-3 putout, and that's how the 4th inning comes to an end. 1-2-3. They go in order. Back with the top of the 5th. Right after this, Radio Plus Video Sports.
At Radio Plus, we're proud to bring you stream team coverage of local sporting events. Our team is dedicated to providing live coverage from across Wisconsin, supporting the local teams and communities we know and love. What began as a 1-person operation with play-by-play on radio has grown into a 5- or 6-person production. Keeping pace with the latest technology, equipment, and personnel is not only demanding, but costly. If you'd like to support this broadcast as a sponsor or a donor in any way, please scan the QR code on the screen.
I'd like to welcome you back to our Radio Plus Video Sports spring production. It is Fondy and Oshkosh West. And we've got a new pitcher here for the Fond du Lac Cardinals, and that is Ava Martinez, warming up in the circle right now. So Martinez will take the circle, see what other substitution Coach Brian Schleif had for the Cardinals. But again, Martinez pitching, and Fondy challenged with a little pitching because they played yesterday as well, right? And looks like Martinez bringing some gas right now. And let's see if any other substitutions are out there for the Cardinals. I don't see any, with the exception of right now at second base is going to be, I think, DeLeon. Sophia DeLeon. Yep, she's going to move over to second base. And let's see. Yep, that's it. At third base is going to be Thorpe. So again, Thorpe goes to third. Pop fly. That one is to right field. Hauling it in is the right fielder for the Cardinals. One out. And coming up now is Kramer. Monroe is due up next here. It's the top of the fifth inning. And it's a 6-0 Wildcat lead. Martinez in the circle. Here comes the wind and the pitch. And a swinging strike, too, bringing some gas down low on Kramer. And she's ahead in this count, 0-2 on the first baseman for the Wildcats. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be to the second baseman, and a 4-3 putout. And it's going to be Sophia to Gao. Brings up 2 outs. 4-3 for Monroe now. Keela is due up next for the Wildcats. Tone the rubber, wind. That's going to miss down low a touch. 1-0. You can check our broadcast schedule out at the website. Give you an opportunity to watch your favorite teams covering the games from. There's going to be a strike to even it up, and a ball and a strike here. Got some great sponsors. Lens Truck Center. Need a brand new truck. Need a used truck. See JJ, Justin Johnson, and company with our Lens Truck Center sponsorship. And there'll be a 1-3 putout. We got the trucks at Lens Truck. Back with the bottom half of inning number 5 right after this. All right, we are back to action here at the softball complex at Fond du Lac High School. Got coverage over there. You can see the different camera angles that we have for you. And there we are. You can see the mobile broadcast unit. Colby, give a wave out there. Maybe you can see our hands. Okay. To the backstop. There we go. And on the mound yet for the Wildcats is Avery Tritt. And batting now are the Cardinals. Comes the wind and the pitch. That one's going to miss. Ernst, again, the leadoff batter for the Cardinals. She is up with a 2-0 count. Fondy needs a little bit of a rally here. Got a couple of innings left to do so. And a hit's as good as a walk. Anyway, you can get on now. Here comes the windup and the pitch. There's a strike. (3-1) hitters count here. Let's see if Ernst will swing away or take a walk. And she was looking the whole way. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ernst the catcher. Base on balls and a 5-3 putout. Last time up all the way back in the second inning. And strike 3. And fires down to first for the putout. Schultes due up now for the Cardinals, number 24. And she struck out and popped to center field. She's 0-2 on the season, or on the day. Bierschbach is next. Still firing for a strike. Tritt. Got about 40 degrees or so. Colby, you know it's bad. When the last outside game you did at a football game, it was probably maybe warmer than this. Right, and it's April here. Here is the wind, the pitch, and that's going to be a line drive with a third baseman's head here. Good piece of hitting by Schultes. And that will bring in Bierschbach to the batter's box here. So 1 out, Lily Bierschbach. Step in, she's 0-2. Ground out to the third baseman and pop fly to the right fielder last time up. Mentink is due on deck here. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to go to the second, or the shortstop for 1. Does not try the double play. They get the force out there and the lead runner. So Bierschbach reaching on a fielder's choice. On the putout, we go 6-4. Mentink is up now. 2 outs. Cardinals got to get something going here. Here's the pitch, and that's going to miss for a 1-0 count. Mallory Thorpe would be next. Cardinals, if they could get that far, but got to get some runners on here for the Cardinals. Here's the wind, the pitch, and that's going to be a strike in there. And she has pitched very well today. Tritt has been in a little bit of a jam, but not much. 3, 4. Give it up 4 hits. It's Tritt. They fired on to first. Don't get her. 1-2 now. But, yeah, Mentink is doing battle, but Tritt has only given up 4 hits. And foul ball to the backstop there. Do it again at 1-2. Seniors on this West squad. That one's going to miss down low. Marnie Gray is senior. Fitzpatrick is senior. Peyton Dorn is a sophomore playing up at varsity. But Tritt is a junior, so Fondy will have to see her again next season. She's been doing good so far. That's to the shortstop. Fires across the diamond. Low, and they can't scoop it out. And that'll be an error. And Mentink reaches on an error. Mallory Thorpe in now. Reached on a single her last time up. She's 1-2. And 2 runners on now, and that will be to the shortstop again, and taking the easy play at third base, and they go 6-5 on the putout. That will be the end of the 5th inning. Back with the top of 6. It's 6-0 Wildcats. After this, Radio Plus Video Sports.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
Not every great career starts in a classroom. Some start with hard work, hands-on skill, and the drive to build something real. At Musa, we manufacture and install our own custom metal systems right here in Wisconsin. From the shop to the job site, we're building careers in the trades. Build your future with Musa. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com/careers. If it's metal, it's Musa.
All right, we are back, and the Wildcats are batting. And Keela is doing the batting now. Should say Quella had a double last time up, and she popped out to the center fielder also. And there's going to be a strike in there. And we've got Frank due up next. And Martinez with the wind of the pitch. Did she offer? Calling down to the first base umpire, says no. 1-1, no offering. And here's the wind and the pitch. And that one will be high, and it is 2 balls and 1 strike. And there's going to be a high fly ball to the left fielder underneath it to bring it in. Is Bierschbach. And they go on a put out there, and Sam Frank is in. Mention the outfield again for the Cardinals. Schultes, along with Bierschbach and Fink, Elena Fink, who actually comes to us, transferred to Fondy from Campbell Sport, and she's also a pretty talented pitcher. So she'll be doing some pitching for the Cardinals as well. That is Chase Hall, I should say. And that's going to be a foul ball. So again, sophomore number 33, Chase Hall. Haven't seen her yet today, but again, transferring to Fondy from Campbell Sport. Another key player to watch is Fink out in the outfield, the senior. Number 4, Martinez. That's going to be 2 past the left or the right fielder, and she's going to be on for a triple. It's Frank who got a hold of that one. So again, Frank reaches. That's her second hit of the game. Reaches a triple there. And we've got a substitution here for the Wildcats. That is number 21, Elizabeth Neubauer. Is going to be batting here for the Wildcats. Number 21, again, Neubauer will come in now. And Martinez, a freshman. Here's the pitch, and that's going to go to the backstop, and that's a foul ball. Poggle's also a freshman for the Cardinals. Coming back in now. Matters box. And we've got a 1-2 count now. Again, Neubauer is batting for Peterson. Here comes the wind and the pitch by Martinez. That's going to be strike 3 looking. And she'll go down on strikes. And coming up now is Marty Gray. 0 for 2. Ground ball to the third baseman back in the second inning. And a line out to the shortstop back in the fourth inning. Here's the wind, the pitch, and that one go to the backstop there. And quickly, Martinez jumps up at 0-1. Top of the order is next with Fitzpatrick. Looks in. Here's the sign, the pitch, and that's to the backstop again. It is 0-2. Up next for Wildcats, they'll have a game versus Appleton North at home. Off-speed stuff got her swinging, and Gray goes down swinging. Back after this, bottom half, inning number 6. Radio Plus Video Sports. That's funny. Back right here. Cardinals down 6-0 to the Wildcats. Oshkosh West put up 2 in the first. They put up 4 in the fourth. But Cardinals, they had some runners on back in the first inning. Could not cash in. Had bases loaded all the way back in the second. And they couldn't cash one in either. Since that, it's been pretty quiet with the Cardinals offensively. And Cardinals back to work here in their half of the 6th inning. And batting is Poggle. Step in. And 0-1, here comes the offering. And that's going to be driven right to the first baseman. Good job. On your toes all the time. That's Kramer over there at first. Got the put out. And that's going to be Elena Fink. Senior, number 4. Again for the Cardinals now. Single and popped out to the center fielder last time up. She'll look at one down low. A ball. 1-0. 1 out here. Again, we play 7 innings. West still bad in their half of the 7th. Here comes the wind, the pitch. And that's going to be fouled to the backstop there. We've been at this a little bit more than an hour. If softball goes quickly, it can. They don't waste a lot of time in between pitches, and especially Tritt. Tritt works fast. That's going to be a strike in there. It's 1-2. Yeah, Tritt works fast. I'm not sure if she's cold or she just is that her nature of working, but does not waste any time. Gets right back on the rubber, right back in the circle, and goes. Here comes Tritt's offering. That's going to be chopped, and Tritt's going to field it, bobbles it, looks to first. Did they get her? No. Safe at first base as Fink does reach. And that's going to be Maddie Gow now batting here for the Cardinals. Gow hit by a pitch back in the second, grounded out to the third baseman last time up. And that's going to be another side to the opposite field, and she's aboard with a single. So we got a couple of Cardinals, a couple of birds on the bases here. Ava Martinez now will come in, 1 out. Martinez due up. Ernst, if they should get that far. Again, there's 1 away. A couple of Cardinals on the base paths here. Want to try to stay out of a double play here, and that's going to be up the middle. And Schleif is going to hold the runner at third base. Again, Martinez gets the runners advanced and gets a single herself. And the last 3 batters have gotten some hits for the Cardinals and reached base. That's going to bring up Ernst. Tristan Ernst. And second team, Fox Valley Association All-Conference player, a senior from last year. And here's Ernst. Here's the wind of the pitch, and that one is going to be in there for a strike. Ernst, base on ball, she reached, grounded out to the third baseman, and struck out. So 0 of 2, looking for her first hit. Could not have come at a better time, and that's going to get through. And the Cardinals are on the board. Here comes 1. Here comes 2. And on with a stand-up double is Ernst. and that's going to bring in Fink and Gao. And Martinez is at third. Ernst is at second. Head coach Cole wants to talk and wants a timeout. 6-2. Cardinals get on the board. Back right after this. Radio Plus Video Sports.
104 years ago, Silica opened its first store. And as the community grew and home needs changed, so did we. That's why we now carry thousands of top quality home goods, a vast furniture selection, all your appliance needs, the comfort of bedding, and even TV, security, and home electronics. Everything you need for your home, and the delivery and service after the sale that keeps customers coming back for generations. That's why, since 1922, it's been Silica for your home.
All righty, we are back. The Cardinals get on the scoreboard as Ernst drills a 2 RBI stand-up doubler. And a little Timmy Trumpet for Schultes coming in now. Number 24, Schultes, 0 of 3, needs a hit here. Going to break that streak. Struck out, popped out to center, and grounded out to the shortstop. That one's going to fire out of play past the mobile broadcast unit here. Cardinals, if they can get there's one out. If they can get a base hit here, bring in a couple, we've got ourselves a ball game again. Here comes the wind, the pitch, and that one's going to go to the pitcher, and a sacrifice on a 1-3 putout. But that will bring in Martinez. She'll score from third. Ernst advances to third. Schultes put out on the sacrifice 1-3. Bierschbach is due up, and there's one more bird on a base out there for Bierschbach. Comes a wind of the pitch. That one's going to be down low. Watches that one go by. It is 1-0. But again, Fondy cutting the deficit in half. 6-3. Comes the wind of the pitch. That one's going to be swung on. Foul tipped into the mitt. 1-1. Cardinal bats have come alive here. Fink with a single. Gao with single. Martinez a single. Ernst with that big double to score a couple. That's going to be a strike, and it's 1-2. Then Schultes with that sacrifice. Getting the Cardinals back within a ball game at 6-3. Here's the wind by Tritt and the pitch, and just missed down low for 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good pitch, just missed it. Great pitch. Here comes Avery Tritt in, and that one's going to go down the line, just foul. Oh, Schleif is laughing at that one. Wanted that one to be fair, right? Bierschbach, good piece of hitting, he says. Coach encouraging players there. Bierschbach popped out to right. Fielder's choice. And also had a 5-3 put out as well earlier in the game. Bierschbach got a 2-2-2 out. Here's the offering, and that one's going to go back to the circle. And a 1-3 put out. Cardinals get on the scoreboard, cut the deficit in half. We go to the 7th. Back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports.
It's the dawn of a new day for Dr. Kathy Doyle Kelly and Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry.
I'm Dr. Dylan Fogel, and I'm now the new owner of Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry. I'm truly honored to carry forward the tradition of personalized care you've come to know and trust. You'll still see Dr. Kathy and all the familiar faces who make this office feel like home. At Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry, we promise to do everything we can to keep you smiling before, after, and even during your appointment.
Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry will be changing its name to Fogel Family Dentistry in 2026. Find Dr. Dylan Fogel on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac.
All right, Cardinals have the top of the order to work with against Oshkosh West. Fitzpatrick, Tritt, Lipinski are all due up for the Wildcats. Oshkosh West, again, Fondy has Kaukauna coming up on Thursday. We have, Appleton North. It is a game for Oshkosh West. Also on Thursday, they'll play at 4:30. Again, the Fox Valley Association 10-17-1 a season ago for West. 19-10 season prior to that. Timothy Cole's squad 28-5 back in 2022-23. Had a very, very good record. Ranked third to end the season there. It's Martinez working for Fitzpatrick. That's going to be in there for a strike. And Martinez will dig in deep again, and that's going to be pop fly to dead center. That's going to be hauled in. Good work by Schultes out there. She's been busy out in center field. Wanted to bring that Tritt home run back, all the way back in the first inning. Just couldn't get to it. It bounced off the top of the fence and fell over. Tritt due up again right now. And she's got a couple of RBIs in the ball game. Has hit it hard tonight. Pitch. That's going to go up and over the backstop and foul. 0-1. Lipinski due up next. One out here. Fondy was down 6-0. They've cut into the deficit, cut it in half at 6-3. The wind and the pitch, and that one's going to be the same result and fouled off. And we've got a bunch of games on our Radio Plus Video Sports channel. Check out the entire sports broadcast schedule at our website. All the latest information there. Musa Sheet Metal, thanks to Taco Bell, West Falls. Silica for your home. Fogel Family Dentistry, that's going to be to the shortstop. Fires across the diamond on a 6-3 putout. And Tritt is retired for Lipinski. Good play by Mentink over at short. Lipinski is 0 of 3. 3 flyouts, one to the center fielder. I should say one to the shortstop, that is. One to the third baseman, and one to the left fielder. And that's going to be a grounder to the shortstop again, firing across, and another 6-3 putout. So speaking of being busy, last has gone 6-3. Busy over there is Mentink. And we come back right after this with the bottom half of inning number 7. Last chance for the Cardinals on Radio Plus Video Sports.
Not every great career starts in a classroom. Some start with hard work, hands-on skill, and the drive to build something real. At Musa, we manufacture and install our own custom metal systems right here in Wisconsin. From the shop to the job site, we're building careers in the trades. Build your future with Musa. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com/careers. If it's metal, it's Musa.
All righty, and welcome back to Fond du Lac High School. Cardinals home game here today. Cardinals played in Manitowoc yesterday against Manitowoc Lincoln, and they fell 2-1, or they won, I should say, 2-1. Trying to get a victory here tonight, and we'll have to do so in come-from-behind fashion. Need 3 to tie. Cardinals in the bottom of the 7th inning here. Last chance for the Lady Cards, and Mentink will be due up here for the Cardinals. And Mentink and Thorpe and Poggle. Mentink due up. She is 1 of 3. 1-3 putout back in the first, a single in the third. Reached on an error back in the 5th. That one's going to miss a ball. She gets ahead at 1-0. Again, a last chance for the Cardinals here. There's the wind and the pitch. That one's going to be a strike in there. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Comes the wind up and the pitch. That's going to be right back to the circle, and another 1-3 putout. Cardinals have done that a couple of times tonight. They've hit it hard, but it's been right at the pitching circle. Mallory Thorpe is due up now, number 6 for the Cardinals. Again, still in the circle is Tritt. Good pitcher here for West. Poggle up next. Wind and the pitch low. And a ball. Thanks to AirTech Heating and Cooling, thanks to Fogel Family Dentistry, the Michaels Corporation, Musa Sheet Metal, Taco Bell, Silica for your home, all of our spring sponsors here today. Here's the wind and the pitch, and that's going to go to the third baseman. Slow roller, down, and can't pick it, and she's aboard on an air. We'll go E5 on that air for Poggle now. Poggle and Fink with Thorpe standing at first base. So, got to start somewhere. It starts there. The Cardinals, one out, try to get that runner over. Here's the wind of the pitch, and strike. On the offering. Good swing, but tipped it right back into the glove. Comes a wind and the pitch, and that's going to be popped up to the first baseman. Standing underneath it, Kramer to put it away for the second out of the inning, and the Cardinals are down to their final out. Elena Fink has reached a couple of times today. She's scored. She's reached on 2 singles. And pop fly to the center fielder. Again, she scored back in the 6th. She was the first Cardinal to score in this ball game. Comes the wind and the pitch. That one's going to miss. 1-1, just barely missed. Again, Avery Tritt up until that 6th inning, 4 hits, but Cardinals got to her a little bit in that 6th inning, but she battled through it. And we've got a 2-1 count now. And here comes the windup and the pitch for the Wildcats. And that's going to be a high fly ball to the second baseman, and she will haul it in for the end of the ball game. And that is it on the put out there on and fly ball. And that will be the end of the broadcast and the end of the game here tonight. Again, your final score, Oshkosh West beats Fond du Lac, a final score of 6-3. Thanks again to Lenz Truck Center. They drive our broadcast. AirTech Heating and Cooling. Thanks to Fogel Family Dentistry. Thanks to the Michaels Corporation, Musa Sheet Metal, Right Way Home Improvements, West Falls Printing and Graphics, Taco Bell. Thanks to Silica for your home. Let's recap some of the scoring. Avery Tritt with a 2-run home run. A couple of RBIs for her in the ball game. Colleen Fitzpatrick also had 2 RBIs on a blast on a double to center field. With 6-0 in favor of Oshkosh West. And Fondy, nice 2 RBI double by Tristan Ernst to put Fondy on the scoreboard. But again, they fall, a final score of 6-3. For Kerry Longery, for Colby Brusky, Nick Rush saying so long from Fond du Lac as Cardinals fall here tonight, 6-3, your final score. Have yourself a great night from Radio Plus Video Sports.